I just found it in here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to drop. There's nowhere really to drop it. Stay to the tee box. My feet were uneven as I played that shot and I decided not to move. Nice to get out to listen to the tractors again. pretty exquisite timing for the rain. Could be that it'll put me out of my misery. I haven't started well, and it's currently too wet to play, and it's the first time it's rained since I came here, and it actually looks like it could be quite persistent because it's not a heavy one, and the umbrella is in the hotel room. I'm pretty sure, I'll check in a minute, but I'm pretty sure I didn't put it back in the bag. I forgot all about it because it's been so dry. And yeah, what a disastrous trip. Well, that is a relief. It was in my bag after all. So this hole I've parred both times, but each time from a chip short of the green. I did it with a 7-iron before, and it's only 130 yards, but there's something about, that's an 8-iron. So I went to a 7, but I was still short, and this time I went for the 6. Still went for a pretty full shot and teed it up a little bit. And it just went super high. It was beautiful to watch and just dropped down. I don't know how far from the pin, but it's on the green this time. So it's a really pleasing shot because it's actually based on the experience of the hole rather than just the yardage. That's a lovely surprise as well because it hasn't gone way past. So that was a really nice shot. See the pitch marks as well. So that was I reckon a 14-footer. And the thing is, I was half thinking, I bet I 3-putt on this, having played a fantastic tee shot. So brilliant for the eclectic round. Well, it's only one shot better. Well, this sudden recovery in play seems to me to be connected with the glorious peace and quiet. I'm not being irritated by anything now. There's people behind. I'm managing just to stay ahead enough so that they're not irritating me yet. And I have to say I'm beginning to enjoy myself. I don't know how long it's going to last. But once again, like I've been thinking the last few days, the lack of enjoyment has not been connected to bad play. Bad play was yesterday. The day before, I was even more annoyed, and I played really well overall. So, yeah, there's definitely hope now for the future. And it's simple. It's because I can hear nature, the atmosphere's nice, the weather's nice. Now that it's stopped raining, there's just a little bit of moisture in the air, and it feels good to be out at long last. But still, what a waste of a trip, has to be said. But let's see how I do now. Birdie followed by a par, that'll do. I prefer that sound to tractors and strimmers and mowers. magical. But just like that, I get down to bogey par, evens for the day, after being 4 over, and knock another one off my eclectic score. It's just so interesting because now that everything's calm and I'm just playing without any frustrations, I'm basically pulling shot after shot off really nicely. I mean, that one, I had to make sure I didn't go near the 2 trees on the fairway, and so, but I didn't need to stare it around. I just had to be careful not to go near them, I suppose. I just did a really straight shot, didn't top it or anything, caught it so perfectly that I'm again going to be able to putt from off the green for what's that, the 3rd time in a row, because it's been mown, and so it can be done. So suddenly it's just so much more enjoyable because I'm just sort of calmly playing and playing well without any of the stress of the noise or irritation. So now if I start playing badly, it's just one of those things, and I'm not good enough to not play badly at times. So that tee shot there was, or that drive, was a case in point. I just calmly did it, calmly struck it, aimed left, it went left, curled inwards, and is in the middle of the fairway and has gone quite a distance. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking now, but it's so good that even just these few holes have made all the difference, because I don't feel miserable and fed up anymore. So yeah, it's really, really good, and I don't have to edit these bits of talking into the final edit anyway. So yeah, anyway, I think my eclectic score is currently down to 80. Shame I didn't get down to 79 the last hole. And I'm at bogey par, which we're on the 8th hole. It strikes me as a bit of a miracle after the way I started and felt, and the way the rain came down and I was fluffing shots. So I just caught one of these branches. It was just cutting in nicely. It was a bit too fine, and then just I heard the clunk. And there it is. What a shot. Not bad. That means the front nine I did in 1 under bogey par after being 4 over. fast. After that 5 hybrid success with no one immediately behind me, I'm going to try a 5 hybrid practice. So the drive was really good because it's gone over the ridge, and I'm going to try and beat a 6 on this part 5 to get down to 78 on the eclectic. But that 5 wood just then went nicely high, stayed left because I sort of was thinking I was cutting it, but I was forgetting that I wasn't using the driver, which cuts, and this one doesn't cut, but I just wanted to hit it really. So it stayed left, but went nice and high. It might have gone as long as the driver in terms of before it landed, the carry. But let's see what the difference is. This is where the this is the 5 hybrid, which went, wow, went 187 to here. And look, the other one is only over here. So that one stopped because it was in the sort of rough, and this one went because it was on the fairway. So this one was saying 185, but it's basically the same. So I feel a bit edgy again using that because that was for real. And I sort of hit it to the left, but it stayed to the left. But I didn't want it to go to the right because the terrain is sloping heavily. But I don't think it hit. It just went over a bush. So I think it's gone okay. It's in rough of some sort, but at least I connected, and we'll see how far it went. Oh wow, onto the top of the ridge. That's amazing. So it's gone through lots of rough to get there. Wow, that's incredible. It went 199 yards. Oh, it landed on the green and it hasn't gone in the bunker. What a bit of luck. What a contrast to the horrors of yesterday. It's just unbelievably different. Just feels so much happier and playing better and doing fine, and even when things aren't quite right, it just doesn't matter. I'll pick up in a minute. The classic being that 30-yard drive I did where I completely missed it and then I got a bogey bar. Anyway, the caddy's gone ahead to see where this goes. I heard the clunk of a tree and it's gone into the fairway, I think. Enormously lucky. I just heard the clunk and then I saw the ball pop out, and I would say it's gone past the middle of the fairway. Because that's unbelievable. That is so lucky. It's bang in the middle of the fairway. More distance to go, but incredibly lucky. There was me half thinking, probably scuffed this along the ground or something, and I couldn't have caught that sweeter. It was 146 to the pin, and again it's an elevated green, and it's just gone to the edge. Might be able to putt it, but just the contact on that was just incredible. It's just, when I'm playing like that and producing those shots, even if they don't 100% come off because they haven't gone onto the green or whatever, it's when I know that I can play. And yesterday I just was hacking and just was absolutely hopeless, and it was just quite distressing. And then with the noise as well, it was just a complete misery. And this, even though I'm not having my best ever round or anything, I'm striking the ball well, and that's all that matters. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Wow. I don't think that would have gone in yesterday. Over the ridge. Listen to the difference in noise levels. So it went over the ridge. Oh no, not enough to get down the bottom. Very awkward. difference. This time yesterday, you know, there was half of Isan on the side of the course. There were mowers everywhere, and now all I can hear is bird song, very distant sound of the cars which run along the perimeter to my left over there, and the whole experience is just completely and utterly different, and I'm really enjoying it. And I just said to the caddy I was really enjoying it because I'm very quiet and I'm not speaking to her. I said I'm really enjoying it because yesterday was terrible. So yeah, 3 under bogey par as well. Eclectic score is down to 79. It's going to be difficult to get any more off, but I'm glad I've just broken the barrier of 80 because it just seemed like it was poor to be on 82. Yeah, I got a slight chance. I got a chance on this one. But anyway, it doesn't matter, because what really matters is I've really enjoyed it. And I've actually booked around at Seapine tomorrow, so that might be fun too. As golf, after a day of misery, is back on the agenda. For that one, but it's kind of lucky too because it went through that tree on the left. It went just over it, but it's sort of through some of the leafy branches. It could have clanged on something at any moment, but I suppose it didn't, and wasn't really going straight for that direction. I was just trying to Well, I thought I was hitting it lower actually, to be honest. So I must have hit it so sweetly that it just went straight up in the air and over, and it's on the fairway. So that last hole was a tremendous bogey par save to go in that horrible bunker, hard sand, high bunker face. I just got it over, not quite on the green, but then that putt to get down close enough to do a 2-foot putt, which was edgy because there were the standard gnats and midges again. But I hold it, so I didn't drop a shot, so I'm still 4 under with this one and one more to play. So I could even beat the score from 2 days ago. Could. But the thing is, if I hadn't had those mares early on when I was getting, it was just the bad start and everything going wrong sort of thing again, it could easily be threatening my record score. Things could of course go wrong now, but as I said earlier, it's been really, really good today, or this afternoon. Really enjoyed it, and I've struck so many good shots and done some lovely putts off the green, done some really sensible play. I've mishit hardly anything. I can only think of that driver really, which went 30 yards. So that was a strikingly different experience today. Quiet throughout, and except for the first 2 holes when I dropped 2 shots against bogey par in the first hole, 2 against bogey par on the second hole, so I was 4 over. But then I did 16 holes without dropping a shot, and I got back to 4 under bogey par and an 86. So I was really, really pleased. I missed a couple of quite near putts, but they weren't too bad. But apart from that, I mean, to not drop any shots after yesterday's absolute howlers and to do it for 16 holes is a really big achievement for me. So, fantastic day. Maybe I'll come back.